Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I think I figured out my new filming spot. This is actually my I just lost my train of thought. This is actually my vanity behind me where I keep all my makeup. So I figured for now, until I eventually in the future purchase a table to have out in my living room where there is direct sunlight, and until I purchase some backdrops to cover my kitchen behind it, this is just gonna have to be the best I can do. So let's get started. Today I am doing for you guys a fall makeup tutorial using some of my favorite fall products. Let's dive in. Okay. Here's the sucky thing though, is that I don't have something in front of me to hold all of this on, so I'm gonna have to, well, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and prime. One of my favorite primers to use just in general is this. This is the Becca Backlight Priming. No, this is not the backlight. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter, not backlight. You gotta shake this well. There it goes. I use about a pump and a half, about that much. So I figured I'd kind of chat with you guys, give you an update on what I've been up to, because it's been a while, hasn't it? It's really been quite some time since I have filmed. Ooh, look at how shiny. I love this new camera. In case you guys are curious, I did finally get a new camera. This is the Sony A5100 or 1500. I can't remember off the top of my head, and it's all I see on here is the word Sony. So yeah. Now I'm just gonna really quickly, so what I do in terms of my makeup routines is I apply my primers first, give them a chance to soak in, absorb, and then I go in over it. So it gives me the whole chance to do my eye makeup without ruining my foundation. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. This is an eyebrow primer. This is the Benefit Browvo Conditioning Primer. It's one of my favorites ever. And you know, something I noticed more recently is that I'm definitely starting to develop finally better ends of my brows. I mean, I know they still don't look good on camera, but they're really looking a lot better than they used to. And I just realized on the back of this, this is designed to help create, to help grow your brows. So I don't know if it's been using this for 6 or 7 or however freaking long I've been using that months, but it's really, my brows are really starting to grow in more, so. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my, there's a piece of eyelashes on there, weird. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes using this. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have this in the shade Fair. I do also own Fair Beige. I don't know why, but I own Fair Beige as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my beauty blender and just pop this all up in here. So, like I was saying, I did purchase a new camera. It got here about a month and a half ago, so I haven't been filming a lot. I don't know when this video will be going up in terms of compared to all the others. I've been filming a makeup collection declutter. I have a haul or two coming that I'll be filming later this week. And I'm getting ready, after I do this makeup actually, I'm going to be filming my fall favorites stuff so that I have this makeup on for the fall favorites. And then I'm going to be filming a Halloween tutorial. I'm probably going to do something very simple to start off with, but I'm really looking for some great suggestions. I've been stalking Instagram and things. The problem is I have a lot of ideas of what I want to do, but I have to figure out how to do them. And the other sucky thing is that since I'm a little bit later at starting these, the problem is that a lot of people have already started releasing their Halloween videos. So like, I don't want to do Pennywise because everyone has done Pennywise. But I do have some ideas. I just have to still get a few more things from. I won't be using any wigs. I'm sorry if that's inconvenient for anyone, but I just, to put my hair, because of how much hair I have, I currently have 3 hair ties holding my bun together, for crying out loud. I just, to try and put my hair in a wig, when I did theater, I do theater, so I mean you guys, to put my hair in pin curls takes a year and a half, and to braid it, it's too thick, so it poofs up too much and it doesn't lay right. So yeah. So what I'm using today for my eyeshadows is not an eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna actually go ahead and, let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna zoom in a little closer since we're doing eye makeup first. What I am using today for a look, I'm not quite sure how I want to do this look yet. I've got some ideas, but I'm not sure. I'm actually using this. This is a Z palette from Tarte, where I have gone ahead and filled it with a whole bunch of exciting fall colors. I'm probably gonna do a whole video on what I put in here and why I chose them for fall and some of my favorite shadows. There's a mix of ABH, Makeup Geek, NYX, Colored Rain. There's a whole bunch of different shadows in here. So yeah, I'm just gonna start doing this. So I'm gonna take a transition shade. This is, it's a little bit darker than I usually use. This is Creme Brûlée, come on. This is Creme Brûlée from Makeup Geek, which is a nice muted brown color. And I'm gonna mix it a little bit with this one from ColourPop, which is called Paper Tiger. So like I was saying, I've been trying to pre-film a lot of videos, trying my best. It's hard to keep up with filming. I do work, people have asked me on Instagram. I do have a 9-to-5 job. I do work somewhere Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So I really, it's hard to film on days when I have to go to work, especially now at this time of year. So I have to do a lot of my filming on the weekends. It feels weird to be talking to you guys because it's been so long. And I am not planning on using any wing liner or glitter or false lashes for this look. This is a look where you just need the eyeshadow and the mascara. And I'm really blowing this out just because I'm feeling the blown out fall look. I don't know why specifically, but yeah. Some other things with me, I mean, I don't know if I will have mentioned it in any of the other videos by this point, but I did move out of my parents' house. I am in my own apartment. I've been here for a couple months now. Taking some Early Bird from Makeup Geek. I'm going to use this to make this a little bit of a more orangey eye look. Like I said, I kind of have an idea in mind. I'm not quite sure how it's going to look all pulled together. And I'm basically just layering that up where I just put all that shadow. And I am using the same brush that I was just using. I've just cleaned it off using my Veramona color swatch. You can buy these at Sephora. There's a whole bunch of different versions of these now. When I bought this, there wasn't, but there is now. Now I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna grab this dude. It's a little bit tinier. It's a little bit of a more precise brush. This one is Crisscross by ColourPop. It's a little bit of a reddish brown color. I'm gonna take a little bit of that on this kind of duo fibery brush. I'm getting so much fallout inside this Z palette. And I'm gonna keep this a little bit lower in the crease. Like, literally, since I blew this out so much, this is basically going right into my eye socket. And I'm looking down to make sure I get up and into the socket. And then I'm just using it to kind of blend it upwards a little bit like that. Really simple, not too hard. And then just to blend, because blending is key, I am going to take that first brush I used and just make it fade. I'm almost kind of going for like a sunsetty eye look in a way, but that's not quite the right word. Now I'm taking just this really precise pointy brush, and I'm actually going to dip in to this shade right here. I'm gonna take this shade by ColourPop. It's called Going Steady. It's just a really pretty eggplanty purple color. Taking it onto this brush and being very careful And I'm just going to start applying it to the outer third. I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm literally only dipping into this color once in the palette and then just tapping it off till there's no extra dust flying out of there. Brought it up a little too high on this side, so I'm going to have to do just a tiny bit on this side to make them match a little more. I am going to be going with some other colors to blend out, but I wanted this purple in this outer portion. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with a little bit of crisscross and help blend out that top bit like that on both sides. And then take my first brush, blend it out, blend it out. And here's the thing, this purple is obviously not a very intense, crazy, bright purple. It's a very mid-tone purple that comes off kind of reddish with this combination of colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a little bit more of it. And I'm going to add in some of this shade, which is also by ColourPop. It's called 143. It's more of a brighter, truer purple. And going to work this in. I don't want to. No, I'm just going to dust this guy off and use him. Because I'm going to be mixing the two together. Just because I want this to look a little bit more purple than it actually is. And I'm keeping this a little bit lower. There we go. That's a little bit more purpley, isn't it? I'm just doing a tap in one and a tap in the other, and then tapping until all the dust comes off. All that fallout. And I am keeping it a little bit higher. I don't want it going too far on my main lid. Just taking my blendy brush and blending the outer portion. I'm leaving this section right here alone, and I'm just gonna blend this. If you wanted to do a more simple, less bright and colorful version of this, you could easily just skip the purple and leave it as oranges and browns, and it'll still be very fall. I just wanted to add some color to it to make it feel a little bit more fall. And here's the best part. No fallout. When you work really tiny and you build colors up like this, you're gonna get less fallout, you're gonna be more controlled, it's gonna be easier to build to the pigmentation you want rather than going too crazy right off the bat. However, what I am gonna do is take my blendy brush in this shade by NYX, which is called Butterscotch, and I'm actually going to take my original blendy brush and just lightly start dusting this because it's a little bit more yellowy. So it's going to help brighten up all that murkiness that's going on top, and just see how it gives that nice little extra bit of a yellow halo. That's all that I'm going for right now. Onto the lid. So what I'm actually going to be using on the lid today is a Makeup Geek shadow, and this is one of the foiled ones, and it's in the shade Fortune Teller. It's just this really gorgeous antique-y gold with kind of a greenish undertone to it. Just take this guy's just a regular flat shader brush. And actually what I'm going to do, grab a little bit of Fix Plus from MAC, and I'm just gonna very lightly coat my brush, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of Fortune Teller. I'm just going to start applying it. Now that I've applied that gold shadow, which is so cool. Oh, I love that shade. I'm going to take the brush that I put crisscross on, and I'm not taking any extra product. I'm just taking whatever is left on this and softening just that little bit. Because I don't want it to look like a harsh line of gold across my lid. I just want it to kind of there. See how it just kind of fades now instead of being that stripe of gold? gonna take a little bit of a bright pink shade that I've gotten here. This is Wild Orchid by NYX. It's just this really pretty pinky raspberry kind of color. I'm gonna take this. And I'm very lightly just adding the tiniest bit to blend the gold into the purple. I don't want a whole ton of it. I just want enough. It's a lot of colors. It's a lot of blending, but it is really gorgeous. Oh, look at it. Look at that. Bing. We're gonna do some brows. So I'm gonna go in with my ABH Brow Wiz in Taupe. Okay guys, so we're gonna move on to the face now that we finished the eyes. Today I'm gonna be going in with one of my favorite fall foundations. This is the Mercier Candleglow Soft Luminous Foundation. I did a full first impressions of it last fall when I purchased it. It's still definitely one of my favorites. The only downside is this little nozzle is so tiny. I'm just squaring this out on a Makeup Forever palette. And I'm actually going to take this Real Techniques face brush and I'm going to use it to put the foundation on my face, and then I'll blend out with the Beauty Blender. I personally prefer it this way because otherwise your Beauty Blender is going to end up with quite a lot of product on it, you know? I don't care what some people say where they're like, oh, it doesn't absorb things. It absorbs. This might be a little too yellow for me. I will, however, just use the brush to blend in all my neck. This is my Halloween look, guys. Beauty blender, and let's do this. Oh, other things that are new with me. I was telling you guys all these things. What else do I have to tell you? I'm a boring person. I am so weird when it comes to pouncing or blending with my Beauty Blender. It freaks people out when I do it, but I'm really good at like doing this with my fingers and making them tremble like this. So I use that to blend when I do Beauty Blenders, but I do it in my wrist. It's a weird thing and it's probably not good for my bones or whatever, but I do it. There's kind of no way around it. I don't think I put enough on. Okay, here we go. I'm just going with a little bit extra to cover more of the redness on my nose and my cheeks. It's not really the biggest deal if it doesn't fully cover everything, because when it comes to fall, I prefer my foundation to have more of a, not full coverage, but I do like it to have kind of a demi matte finish. And the best part for me is this shade is a little bit more yellowy toned. My face, my neck, and my body are all three different colors. My body right now is very neutrally toned. My neck is very yellow, like pinky, and my face is just paler than everything. So I'm actually kind of matching more to my body down here, which is why I blended my foundation so far down. Can't forget the ears. Not that it really matters. I'm gonna be taking this off in an hour anyway. I'm gonna wear this to go to Target and then I'm gonna take it off. So when it comes to doing my concealer, I don't want crazy full coverage. That's why I've tended to start using the Tarte Shape Tape more for my eyes. So what I'm actually gonna go in with is a concealer that's almost a perfect match for my skin. This is the Becca Luminous concealer in Porcelain. Yes, I'm aware. It's a little yellowy actually right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that. I'm also gonna add a little bit on my forehead and a little on my chin. And then to lighten it just a tad and to just build up a tiny bit of extra coverage, I am gonna take a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape and just do one dot. One. I'm getting so much Becca all over my Tarte. Okay. And then I'm also gonna add, I need my mirror for this. I can't just use the viewfinder like I just did for those. I'm going to take a tiny bit. Ooh, looking very full covered. I think I put a little. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the tiny bit on my chin. I only put a little bit on my chin to balance the whole face. You can't just, you know, put concealer under your eyes. It screws everything up and makes you look unbalanced. I need to set that portion right under my under my eyes, just because it's not that I've got a lot of creases. You know, my under eye is not really that big of a concern for me, but that doesn't mean that I want it to look creased at all, you know. I've just got some Mercier poured into its cap here, and I'm just using this Real Techniques powder brush. And there I go, looking matte again. Okay. So, I have to dump some of that back in a minute. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and bronze, and this has currently been my bronzer that I've been using a little bit lately. This is the Ciate Bamboo bronzer, I think is what it's called. And this one's in the shade Palm Island. It's still a little warm, but it is matte. So instead of using this as a straight up bronzer, I'm using it more of a contour. A warmer contour. I don't usually use warm contours, not for my complexion, but I'm just using this just to build this up that little tiny bit. See? It just gives that subtle contour, but it doesn't look like bronzer either. So I am kind of creating a contour and then just blending it up. There you go. I find that sometimes on fair skin, contour can just, especially for me, I feel like it looks too much, so I don't tend to, you know, deal with it. Now I'm going to take, this is one of the Clinique Cheek Pops. This is in the shade Black Honey Pop. It's one of my favorite blush formulas of all time. Someday I will own them all. I bought this, I ordered it online not realizing just how dark it was, and I said, screw it, I want to buy it anyway. And I ended up loving it. So what I'm gonna, what? I don't know why, but on camera, that's not even close to how it looks in person. Whoa. Okay, hold on, I might have to blend this out in a minute. In person, it doesn't look like that. What the heck? Maybe it's because of all the light flooding in that it just, the camera's picking up on it more. I don't know. And then I'm gonna go in with one of my all-time favorite highlighters. This is the Mercier Baked Matte Radiance Highlight in 01. I love this stuff. Hello! I love this highlight. It makes me so happy. I kind of stopped updating you guys on my life, didn't I? Moved in my own apartment. I have a kitten. He's a very disruptive little thing, and he makes it kind of hard to film, and I can't lock him out because he wants to be with me all the time. So it's proving to be a little difficult. Right now, since it's the middle of the day, he's currently passed out under the couch, so I can get away with doing this. I'm really sad actually because the lip liner I wanted to use, turns out I'm out of it, so I'm gonna have to buy another one when I go to Target in a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. This is the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Bear to Comment. Just kind of letting that melt a little bit. And now I'm actually going to go with this. This is one of my favorite lipsticks of all time. This is the Buxom Full On Lipstick in the shade Sydney. The shade is actually rubbed off completely on the bottom. But, oh, might want to twist this up a little bit more. Now, Obviously, if you wanted to pair this with a paler nude, you could. I just kind of went for something that was my lip color, but a little bit more nude, just to keep it a little bit easier. But you could easily wear something that's a lot more intense or not, or it's totally up to you. It's really your preference. Obviously, if you want more highlight, if you want more contour, you can obviously adjust this to being how you want it to be. You could do false lashes. You could do an intense contour. You could do a whole bunch of things to make this your own. This is just a nice starting point with some cool eyeshadow colors to give you guys to try and create your own fall looks. And actually, the reason why I didn't do an inner corner highlight, because I usually do, is because this gold is so intense that even when my eyes are open, you can still see it. So I kind of like having that there, creating an inner corner almost. I just think it looks, oh, it's awesome. Now I have to pick out a really rocking outfit because I'm still in my pajamas. But yeah, if you guys have other fall looks that you really want to see, more colorful fall looks, more matte, I think that's the one I'm going to do next. Is I'm going to do an all matte look. Matte. But because I don't really usually rock an all matte look, I usually always have something satiny at least on the lids, so to do an all matte look would be kind of out of the box for me. I'm also taking ideas for Halloween looks as well, so if you guys have some suggestions for Halloween looks, please tell me down below. I should also have up, I think it'll be up after this, I will have a first impressions video for you guys on a whole bunch of new stuff that I've had sitting over here that I haven't had a chance to use yet. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.